How you doing, Win?
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
I mean, there was Connor.
Ah, yes, Connor, of course. The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
But isn't it important that you have this knowledge of what could happen so you know to be cautious? But yeah, I could definitely see how seeing some kind of monster could be unsettling, knowing that one wrong move and there you go.
One slip.
Yep.
All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say.
That is actually, the way you just put that is absolutely terrifying. And I can see why you would have nightmares about that. But it almost sounds like you have doubts about that.
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity. Their humanity.
I mean, I'd imagine that if you're going to end up retaining your humanity, you're not an abomination, even if there is some kind of possession involved. I mean, I guess part of the abomination part is that you are no longer you, so you've become an abomination. But if you're retaining your sanity and your humanity in part, then that's not what you are.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination.
No, they're not.
I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Anytime, Win. I am happy to help and have all these kind of interesting conversations I never once thought I'd ever have. Zevran, how you settling in?
Here I am.
I just wanted to say hi. Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
I don't even like the way that you just said this should be good. Now I'm terrified. Why did you want to leave the Crows, out of curiosity?
Well, now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
I mean, you bring up a good point. So, you didn't choose to join the Crows, just to clarify.
To be truthful, I didn't even know the Crows existed when I joined them.
Huh?
I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The Crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
That sounds awful. Absolutely awful. And that system actually works?
Of course. You compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
So why didn't you just leave before? I guess, did you not have an opportunity, or?
And become the next mark for some up-and-coming crow? Not likely. The only way to leave is for them to think you're dead. And even then, you'd best be scarce. As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
Won't the Crows find you eventually, though, or are you not worried about them finding you?
Eventually can be a very, very long time.
That is true.
If one plays one's cards right. Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the Crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
I didn't know that. I'm not an Antivan fishwife. How the heck was I supposed to know that? Okay, fine. I'll see you in a bit, or when I see you. Watson, be good, honey. All right, Shale. How the heck are you doing? Oh no. What's wrong? Are you okay? That was a great big sigh. Can I ask you a question?
It doesn't have better things to do.
No, not really. How did you end up in Hanley? That just seems like an odd place for you to end up.
Oh yes, that I remember quite well. My former master, the Mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Golem snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
That sounds awful, actually. I'm gonna assume, go out on a limb here. This might be me going crazy, but you didn't like him, did you?
He did love using that control rod. Fondled it so much, his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake.
Wait, what?
I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
Actually, I didn't. Wilhelm's wife sold it. And then there was a merchant who didn't want to carry it around anymore, basically, because they were afraid they were going to get robbed. So I basically just did them a favor and took the control rod from them.
Hag.
Pretty much. Do you remember anything before Hanleith, though?
I traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy.
Ugh.
And before that, No, there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
Dark? Interesting. But how old are you then exactly, Shale?
I have no idea. Wilhelm used to brag that the dwarves stopped making golems centuries ago. I do not age as you soft creatures do. Sadly, my memory is no better. Plus, I get bored and stop paying attention.
I get it. When I get bored, I too do the exact same thing, which is why sometimes I miss half the things that people say around me, but that's an entirely different story. So you enjoy scaring humans? Yes? No? I kind of get that impression, but I'm not sure.
I'd have happily stomped them all into paste, and then ripped down their little houses and stomped on them, too. In fact, after 30 years of watching them, I'd do it twice. What I didn't like was being ordered to do it. Dangled in front of those frightened morons like some scary thing. Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me. The first one to actually work up the nerve to touch me urinated himself.
No! No, oh, that's disgusting. Shayla, why were you in front of the tower, though?
That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Pah! Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
Seriously? I dislike her more and more. Tell me more.
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors. So the mage had me shrunk down. Can it believe it?
That's awful.
And she still wanted me out.
No. Oh. I am so sorry you went through that. Listen, Shale, if there's ever a way that we can restore you to your proper size, let me know. I will do whatever I can to make it happen. But how does somebody shrink a golem?
With a chisel. And a lot of nerve.
Oh, that sounds dreadful. I am so sorry. I'm just going to leave you now. That probably is safer.
Good. I was just about done talking about it.
Okay.
It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
I do, actually. It's one of my many flaws, but also bright sides, depending on who you're talking to and how you look at it. I'll see you later, Shale. Thank you for chatting.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you.
Yeah, what's
Chances
up?
are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
Someone? Yeah, we can do that. It's not a former lover or anything like that, right?
A former what? No. Do you honestly think I would suggest we go see together?
Well, I don't know.
No.
Okay.
The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret, after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking, and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
In Denerim? Okay, well that's actually really good news, right?
She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
Yeah, no, we can absolutely go and see her. That's fine. Whatever I can do.
Could we?
Yeah.
I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldanna, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
You got it, Alistair.
Sire, I have more news. Yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Honora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kaelin approached your legions for support, did he
Never!
not?
Marek and I drove those bastards out! We'll not roll out the welcome for them now.
We need help, Father. We cannot deal with this crisis alone.
Ferelden will stand on its own. I will lead it through this, Honora. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Kaelin?
Kaelin's death was his own doing.
Win? What?
I fell.
Are you all right? What happened?
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
The fight? Is that what you mean, or what did you think was all over?
Everything. I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
Okay, as long as you promise to explain it all when we're back at camp, because that was kind of scary for everybody. Hey, we made it to Denerim! Look at it! I'm so proud of us. We only got lost twice.
I have a question it may be able to answer, Elder Mage.
Must it always be Elder Mage? I'm not a wizened old crone just yet.
Would it prefer Mage well past her prime don't mind the sagging bits?
You have an odd way of requesting answers to your questions.
I'm curious about the abominations of the tower. Is it possible for such a creature to become human again?
Yes, it is simply very difficult. It requires travel into the Fade.
And is the mage the same afterwards as the mage was before?
No, I have never met such a person, but no, they are changed forever.
I understand. Thank you for the answer, wise one.
Oh! Hey, just don't mind me. I'll be over here. I'm gonna keep going. What a awkward but interesting conversation. Watson? Where are you going? Watson, please don't scare the local population. Also, if you're doing shopping, will you bring me back a snack? A friend. You brought back a friend.
Puppy.
Okay. Yes, puppy. Can I get some help here? I know, Watson. I know, sweetie, but if he comes with us, he's gonna have to fight Darkspawn. You don't want that, do you? I know. He's way too young, which is exactly my point. So maybe you should, return him to his parents, right? I know.
those who bring
Did my dog really just try to bring a person home?
bread.
Okay, that's fine. So fine. This is Denerim, huh? From this side of it. Haven't been back in a while. Maybe I should go see if we can go visit Dad and stuff like that. Right? Maybe? Do you guys want to meet him? I'll see if we can get in.
That's my sister's house.
This?
I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see?
Yeah, of course we can. Sure. It's kind of weird to think that your sister and I kind of didn't live too far from each other for a while, huh?
Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go.
Okay. Let's go inside, Alistair. I'll be fine.
Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Goldanna? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldanna, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
We're not up to any kind of tomfoolery, although fantastic word, but, he's telling the truth, so maybe just listen to him. I know it might sound weird, but trust us.
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
For all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off.
Okay. That's hardly Alistair's fault, though, is it? I mean, he was a baby.
And who in the maker's name are you? Some elf to follow him about and carry his riches for him?
Hey, don't speak to her that way. She's my friend and a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Hey, Goldanna, I can understand that this is a very precarious situation in the most awkward of ways, but Alistair came here hoping to find his family. He's never really had one in the traditional sense.
Well, he found it. And what good is that to me? None, that's what. Unless he can see to it that his family lives as it should.
I suppose maybe I could give her some money for my nieces and nephews. 15 sovereigns, maybe? Would you let me give her that?
I mean, yeah, if you want to, then sure. But, Alistair, you know what? No, we'll chat later. But yeah, no, if you want to, if this is what you think is right.
Then here, Goldanna, take this money. I know it's not much, but...
You, a prince, marching in here with your fancy armor and such, and this is all you got to offer? You must think I'm very stupid.
No, wait, I don't think that at all. I want to help, if I can.
You want to help? You go to whatever high and mighty folks you run with, and you tell them you've got nephews and nieces that aren't living as they've a right to. You do that!
Hey, Alistair, you want to get going? I don't think there's anything for you here.
You're right. I don't know why I came.
I know.
I don't know why you came either, or what you expected to find. But it isn't here. Now get out of my house, the both of you.
Yeah, Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. It was nice meeting you.
I agree. Let's get out of here. Well, that was not what I expected,
I
to put it
know.
lightly.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I gave her any money at all. This is the family I've been wondering about all my life? That gold-digging harridan? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
No, you don't. Shouldn't feel like a complete idiot, because you aren't. You didn't have the wrong impression of family. It's just, unfortunately, that isn't Goldanna. And I'm really sorry about that, because you do deserve to find a family like that, one that accepts you and doesn't just want you for the royal bloodline kind of thing. And you don't need her, I know, for what it's worth. You do have someone else that, well, others, someone, but also others that care about you. So I don't know if that helps at all.
Such as? The only person who ever cared about me was Duncan, and he's gone.
That's not true at all. I care a lot, actually.
Thank you. I'm glad you came with me.
Me too.
Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay. Hey, if you eventually want to talk, though, I'm here. All right, let's go see if we can go see Dad. Because that'll be fun, right? I haven't seen Dad in a bit. I think it was this way to the alienage. I think that's how I got back in.
The Elder Mage watches me. I'm reminded of a certain former master whose head I crushed, or so I'm told.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shale. I am simply curious about you, that's all.
As my former master would say during his experiments.
Oh, I would do no such thing. I just find the idea of you so fascinating. On the one hand, it seems it would be so sad and so lonely in existence. And on the other, you are so very powerful. No golem I know of has ever had free will as you do. May I ask what you intend to do with it?
Other than exterminating the vermin of the sky?
Yes. Other than that?
I do not know. Crushing heads is fun, for now.
Well, that's something.
We got plenty of darkspawn for Shale to crush, so that's fine. All right, let's go see Dad.
By order of the new Earl of Denerim, no one is to enter the alienage.
But I'm from there? My dad is in there? I want to go home and visit. What do you mean?
You might not want to say that too loudly. Your kinfolk aren't exactly popular at the moment.
What?
They were rioting, killed the Earl's son.
What?
With the whole Urian family dead, the regent appointed Rendon Howe of Amaranthine the new Earl of Denerim. First thing he did was lead a purge of the alienage. It's a mess in there. When things are put back in order, the gates will be reopened. Now on your way.
Did you say a purge? Well, what about my dad? I have family. No. Oh no. Oh no. How do I meet this new Arl? I refuse to not be let in. Oh boys, how do I break into an alienage? How? Like I should. All right, listen. We're gonna need probably explosives of some kind, a distraction, and probably a better plan than the one I'm coming up with right now. We should talk to Zevran. If anybody could provide a distraction, it would be Zevran. And Shale, what if you just broke down the gate during that distraction, and then I could go make sure Dad's okay? Is that a possibility? Anybody? No, stop looking at me like that, all right? I'm not happy at all. Fine. If I can't go see Dad, then...
I recognize you.
Me?
From Ostagar. And trust his blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Kalen. I demand satisfaction, sir.
Me? A Grey Warden? No. You've got to have me confused with some other elf running around here.
Pardon me, sir. You must think I'm a fool.
No, it happens
you
all the time.
You really do look like... too much ale.
Probably.
Yes, too much. Excuse me.
Have a good day. It was nice meeting you. I can't believe that worked. Okay. Well, that's fine. Didn't we have a box to deliver or something like that?
Hey, the wonders of Thedas. Our Lehman once bought me a miniature golem doll here, when I was young. Really young.
The only wonder of Thedas is how everything got to be so very brown.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I think this is where the directions were for. I have a little box. Okay. Goodbye. I think we made somebody very happy. We'll visit the store soon. For sure. It seems a little interesting. Can I really not go home? I'm not gonna let this go. But in the meantime, is this Brother Genetivi's house? Yes, we should probably go in and see what, Brother Genetivi was up to and hopefully find the urn of sacred ashes in there so I don't have to go find the urn myself. I really don't want to go find this urn. It seems like it'll be a lot of work to get up to wherever it is and to get it. So, exactly, Watson. If we could just open the door and the urn is just magically sitting there, a lot of things would be solved, right? Kind of? For sure.